So you mentioned this guy before, and you talked a little bit about him. That the mayor of Oklahoma City is this Republican, quote unquote, rising star by the name of David Holt. And from being friends with you on Facebook, I get the impression that you really, really, really detest this guy.
I hate him. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. And you know, this our revolution thing last night. Nina Turner's like, oh, we got to get him with love, 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 and this is a bad guy. Originally, my first interaction with him was during the Maps for Millionaire thing when the Thunder were coming. I have a good friend who helps me out with a lot of things. David Glover, really good guy. He was actually with me when the David K. Johnson came. And so we were the ones that were making all this stuff happen to fight the subsidy. And, I was at the time driving a truck for FedEx, and David runs hang gliding competitions, which is pretty cool. So anyway, we spent our own money. We put on these forums. We were on TV a lot. We were on the radio a lot. So this morbidly obese pig of a man who was running the pro campaign, which was called Big League City. And as I found out pretty quickly, it was being run out of the Chamber of Commerce through the Travel Bureau, which is a part of it, and they receive taxpayer money, so it's completely illegal. Holt and him are good buddies. And after the thing happened, Holt writes a book. It's called Big League City, hey. And in that book, when it came out and people were calling me, hey, you're in this book a bunch of times. And so I open it and I'm like, holy shit. David Holt wrote about me and David Glover, that, these guys, they don't have a skin in the game. They're doing this. One of them didn't even live in Oklahoma City because David lives in a little part of Oklahoma City called the Village. Okay, well, the guy Holt's buddy, who was the head of the campaign receiving taxpayer money, lives in Norman. And he's like the architect of the whole thing. So here we are. Crazy. We've got like $1,000. They've got like $5 million, a lot of which is going to this pig who lives in Norman. I mean, it's just like the hypocrisy is just amazing. And from there, I'm like, this is a bad dude. He was at the time the assistant to Cornette. After he worked with the pedophile and all those people. And then he ran for state senate, and of course he won, because he's a master politician. And his first thing was a bill to grow the rights of payday loan companies.
Oh, Jesus. Nice. Yeah, that's great.
It was so bad that our governor, who is well known as the worst governor of them all, vetoed it. It was that bad. And so now this guy runs for mayor, and a lot of quote-unquote progressives are endorsing him. Like Barry Switzer endorsed him. Barry's a super drunk liberal, drunkle type guy. And, and Brad Henry, who was our last Democratic governor, endorsed him. Everyone endorsed him. It was bizarre. It's just like, they don't understand what this guy... And like, he's been in a month, and he just gave millions of dollars to Amazon for a fulfillment facility, and he's making it look like it's the greatest thing ever. Have you ever seen one of these fucking things? And there's like 150 of them. You want
jobs. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we're putting Oklahoma City on the map. Okay, do something fucking unique. Don't. And look at on Wikipedia, if you look up the list of fulfillment centers, they're in towns I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and they are terrible jobs.
Yeah, awful jobs.
I was looking up the guy. And I get why he's a rising star, because he's young, Native American, like, for all their shitting
like 2%
on
Native
identity.
American.
Yeah.
He's never...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's never said anything about that.
Yeah, for all their shitting on identity politics, like
they play it
nothing more than to insulate themselves from that shit with